Work sucks. Things are crazy. And everything is chaos. Dumpster fire? Anybody? Yeah, okay. That sounds like a good plan.
Get out the map and lay your finger anywhere down.
Nailed it. Welcome to Mapping Out the Music with your hosts,
Rie Daisies
and Care Bear, a podcast dedicated to exploring the cultural impact, overarching feminist themes, and of course, the artist who created the music for Lilith Fair.
Lilith Fair was a traveling music festival founded by musician Sarah McLachlan. It was active from 1997 to 1999 and also included a revival tour in 2010.
For this episode, we will be discussing the Lilith Fair tour of 1998, which included 122 solo female artists and women-fronted bands across 57 shows that spanned the United States and Canada.
Lilith Fair had a deep influence on both of us as children. Our love for this festival, along with feminism and inclusion in music as a whole, led us to create this podcast where we hope to uplift the voices of women in music.
As a companion to each episode, we created a playlist for you to follow along with on your favorite streaming platforms. You can find the links in our show notes. Due to licensing restraints, we are unable to preview with you in real time, but we hope that you will go check out our playlist and support the artists.
As with all internet deep dives, our information is only as accurate as we can uncover. If you have supported information to contrary, please let us know.
Well, welcome back, everybody.
Hey!
Episode 5.
Episode 5.
Wow, look at us.
Last episode was kind of weird because we weren't actually physically together.
No, it is nice to be back together at the table.
It is. And the audio quality from the last episode was a little Zoom quality. Sorry, y'all.
Sorry, guys.
But we stepped up our game with this episode a little bit. We got some new podcast mics.
Yeah, hopefully it gives us a little bit of credit back.
I think we're officially podcast bros.
I think so, dude.
We have the mics now.
The mics, the stands,
we're on
the table.
We're on episode 5.
So, yeah.
We're podcast bros. Except we're talking about feminism, not anti-feminism.
Nice twist of fate there.
Yeah, we need more women doing podcasts and less men doing podcasts.
Agreed.
So, yes, this week we are on 1998, part 2.
Man, I can't believe we've made it this far already.
I know. I really liked this playlist.
I do too, and I'm excited to get into it.
Yay!
So let's start.
Let's get into it.
All right. So starting off the playlist today, we've got There Goes the Neighborhood by Sheryl Crow. It's so great to see repeat artists on these playlists. Sheryl Crow was featured in our 1997 Part 2 playlist, but I do just want to re-highlight that she has sold over 50 million albums worldwide.
That's crazy.
And has won 9 Grammy Awards.
Also crazy.
I know. And just a friendly reminder, she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2023. And her most recent album, Evolution, released in 2024.
Oh, I haven't listened to that.
I haven't either.
I do like Sheryl Crow. I find that with Sheryl Crow, I tend to like more of her deep cuts than the singles.
Okay.
I mean, not that I dislike her singles, but I usually tend to like the songs that
don't get as much radio play.
Which is why I picked this song, There Goes the Neighborhood, because this is one of my favorite Sheryl Crow songs, but it's not like, I don't know, Soak Up the Sun or All I Want to Do, or one of the ones that everybody has heard a bajillion times.
Right. Oh, I really enjoyed this song. I thought it was a really enthusiastic way to start the playlist. I am always impressed with her ability to, write a catchy song. But
period.
Right?
Yeah.
But also, like, her mix of rock and pop together is just, it's really good. She's really good at that art.
Yeah, because she does write rock music.
Yes.
But with pop sensibilities, I think maybe that's why her music is so catchy. Or like why
And
she's
well
done
received,
so well.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because she's a rocker, but not just rock people or alt listeners like her, pop people like her,
Country people like her.
Didn't she do like
I
a
think
country
so.
album or two?
One or
something?
two, or she's, I feel like, very well received in the country.
Picture her with the cowboy hat on quite a bit.
Definitely.
There was a hot minute.
Didn't you wear a cowboy hat to her show?
No, that was what we bought instead of t-shirts. We bought Sheryl Crow concert cowgirl hats. Oh my God.
See, I'm just saying.
I gotta find those pictures.
Yes, we do.
The sax gives me chilies down my back.
I'm so glad you said that. I have the saxophone exclamation point. Gosh, coming in with that sax.
The
I was
sax
like,
player.
came to work that day.
You took the words out of my mouth. That sax player showed up.
Yes. Yes, did not see that one coming.
Yeah, that was pretty fresh. All right, let's move on. Song number 2 is called No Mermaid by Sinead Lohan. Sinead Lohan was born in 1971. She's an Irish singer and songwriter. In 1991, Lohan began playing regular gigs at The Lobby, a music venue in Cork, and soon thereafter began recording her first album. She has released 2 albums, Who Do You Think I Am in 95, which scored several radio hits in Ireland, and No Mermaids in 1998. She performed with Lilith Fair for 3 dates. Her music has been described as having a folky feel, and her persona comes across as reflective, poetic, and wistful. She was one of the most commercially successful artists in Ireland in the 1990s. Her lyrics have been inspired by Shakespeare and Lewis Carroll and have intense, colorful imagery.
That seems pretty accurate to this song.
Oh, I loved this song.
This song is beautiful.
This was one of my favorites on this playlist.
Oh.
I felt the lyrics very deeply.
I could see how.
And also, I guess maybe too, it's like, do you remember when we did that, pick your mythological creature? Like, if you were a mythological creature, that guided meditation we did at the witch retreat.
Yep.
Do you remember that?
I do.
And my mythical creature was a siren, like a mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
But then this song was almost the opposite of that.
Yes. But if you're just listening to it on the surface, it's so pretty. It's so sweet sounding.
Yes. And it had me spellbound the first time I was listening to it, when I was listening but not deeply listening.
Yeah.
I was spellbound from the beginning to the end of the song because it is very catchy.
Yes. Very, very catchy. But when you dive deeper into the lyrics, it's like being in love with someone you're not compatible with. That's what I got from it. This, I want to do this thing, but you're trying to tell me no. And I'm going to go do this thing, but you're telling me that's a bad idea.
Right. To me, I kind of took it as that it was about craving freedom and staying your own woman, being fearless. Because the person who she's singing to is saying we shouldn't go swimming, there might be sharks out there, and she's I'm
gonna go anyway.
Yeah, I'm just going for a swim.
100%.
Bro, chill the fuck out.
Literally.
I'm gonna do me.
I'm just gonna go dance.
I'm gonna do me.
I'm gonna do that.
I wrote down a line from this that I thought was really, really good. It says, I was dancing in the middle of the desert. You said we'll burn under the hot sun. I said I'd rather be the color of pleasure than watch like you from under the thumb.
I loved that line.
Because I felt like that line really was a good summation of the song as a whole, of like
Yeah.
what she's trying to say.
Agreed.
Yeah, I am no mermaid. Been singing it all week.
I bet. It's a really good song.
All right, let's move along.
So next we have Undone by Sister Seven. Sister Seven is an American rock band from Austin, Texas. Patrice Pike originally met guitarist Wayne Sutton when they were high school students in Dallas, Texas. Originally called Little Sister, the band began playing in Dallas. They would eventually relocate to Austin, where the group quickly moved from being an opening band into a headlining role. The band remained popular in Austin for many years. The members include Patrice Pike on vocals, Wayne Sutton on guitar, Daryl Phillips on bass, and Sean Phillips on drums.
I'm not sure which episode it was. It was one of the last couple episodes where there was a woman who was from Ohio. Her bio said, like, very well known in the Ohio music scene.
Yeah.
I think that that's cool when people are proud to say, like, yeah, I'm kicking it in Dallas, Texas, and that's where we have a cool following. And, like, I don't know, I can appreciate that.
Definitely. Well, in Austin, Texas specifically has a really cool, like, pocket of music there. I feel like we'll get to that a little bit later with another band we'll discuss down the playlist. I really enjoyed this song. I feel like it's an underlining love song about like sticking around for somebody when it's tough. When they say, you said I'd be better off to find another love, and then later, because this is stronger than you think, and I will stay to show you something the world is missing.
Hit you.
Hit me.
Aww. I had never heard of this band before.
Okay. I hadn't either.
And that if I were to like be at the Lilith Fair and I walked up and saw this band playing, that I would have been jamming the fuck out. That was what I wrote. Like, I'd never heard of them before, but like, this is one of those bands that you would like, might not have heard of when you bought your ticket to Lilith Fair. But then when you got there, you're like, damn, these people.
I gotta buy the CD.
Yes.
Yeah. I was really impressed by this one.
Shall we move on?
We shall.
Next up is Woman by, okay, so I'm not sure if it's Nina or Neneh.
Oh, it could be either way.
Okay. Neneh Cherry is a Swedish singer, songwriter, rapper, occasional disc jockey, and broadcaster. Her musical career started in London in the early 1980s, where she performed in a number of punk and post-punk bands in her youth, including The Slits and Rip Rig plus Panic. Cherry has released 6 studio albums under her own name. Her first, Raw Like Sushi, was released in 1989 and peaked at number 2 on the UK albums chart. Her second studio album was 1992's Homebrew. 4 years later, she released Man, with her next studio album, Blank Project, coming in 2014. Her most recent album, The Versions, was released in 2022. In addition to releasing these studio albums, she formed the band Circus in 2006 and has collaborated with The Thing, releasing an album entitled The Cherry Thing in 2012. Cherry has won 2 Brit Awards and an MTV Europe Music Award. She has also been nominated for a Grammy Award.
I was really impressed with that.
I would not have guessed that she had started in the freaking 80s.
Me either. And still making a lot of relevant
music.
I really liked that. Also, this song.
Oh my goodness.
Take Me Home, please.
First of all, the very beginning, the string intro.
Oh.
Instantly like pulls you in.
Yes.
And you're like, ooh, I'm going into like a land. Like, like you just know the song is
it's
like
a journey.
Yeah, it's
about
taking you somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I wrote, hear me out now again, that
listening.
I feel like this song would fit into the James Bond universe.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
In my brain, I was like, this is giving the first female Bond vibe.
Ooh.
Like, this is a man's world. And
Okay. You psychic bitch. Because literally in my show notes over here, I've got this song is giving Etta James, It's a Man's World. When I was listening to this, like I knew it was not Etta James, but I'm like, this is giving sequel to that song. Like, this ain't a man's world. This is a woman's world. But it's got that same sound, like that same
lush.
Bring you in, and like her vocals.
Oh, her vocals. Yes.
So I'm with you. I think we're on the same wavelength there.
Lyrically, every lyric is just screaming. That would be the genre that fit into. Maybe not like the girl power genre, but the like female empowerment, almost maybe like 32 flavors.
Oh,
kind of vibe.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this also was one of my favorites.
From this one?
From this week.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that. Okay, so would it be Jessica Bond? Would it be Julia Bond? Would it be, I don't know, who would it be?
I kind of like Julia Bond.
Julia Bond. Anyway,
well,
moving on.
Let's move on.
This next artist surprised me.
This shocked the hell out of me.
Right? So the song is One Mint Julip by Anna Gasteyer. Anna Gasteyer?
Yep.
Okay. So when I went to look her up and I pulled up her information, I was like,
what the fuck?
This bitch?
Right.
Yeah. So I had to I was gaslighting myself.
I did
and
the same thing.
Going through her whole, and I'm like, this is the same woman. Oh my, first, wow. So let's just get into it. She's an American actress, comedian, and singer.
You know what's so funny? I wrote in my notes about her when I was listening to the song, triple threat. Comedian, actor, singer. That's literally the order that I freaking wrote it in.
So wait for these credits. She was a cast member on the NBC sketch comedy series Saturday Night Live from 1996 to 2002.
That's a long run on SNL, too.
It is, yeah. She has since starred in such sitcoms as ABC's Suburbatory, TBS's People of Earth, NBC's American Auto, and the film Mean Girls. There is so much information on her that is accessible. It would take us literally an hour to go through all of her credits.
Yeah, she's been in everything. Yeah.
So musically, she's released 2 studio albums, I'm Hip and Sugar and Booze. As an actor, a very large amount of television and film credits ranging from 1995 to now.
Crazy.
And she's done a lot of Broadway theater.
Well, I could see that because that was what her voice was giving to me.
Yes.
It was like Broadway kind of jazz vibe.
Yes.
I was not expecting that.
Me either. This was actually one of my favorites from this week's playlist. I was dancing before I even knew what was happening. And then just like the extension of like information and things coming in, I was blown away by this one.
Yeah, I was not expecting like that at all. Because I read the name, I knew the name. I'm like, Anna Gasteyer.
Okay.
What?
I didn't recognize her name, but the second I saw her face, I was like, oh.
I recognized her name and was like, what the fuck?
Okay.
But I'm listening and she started singing. I was like, dang, this bitch can actually sing. Like, can sing.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a really good voice. I don't know. I guess, was that mean to say that I wasn't expecting? She's a comedian.
Took you by surprise, yeah.
She's so goofy.
Oh, she's hilarious.
And funny.
Yeah.
And she was on SNL through like one of my favorite periods of SNL.
Okay.
So it's like, I don't know. I just pictured her goofy and when I saw her, I almost wondered, I wonder if she did like comedy.
Oh, okay.
Like
yeah,
a comedy set
show
or
yeah.
something.
Well, yeah, because Lilith Fair is very open to like all different types of artists.
And I'm pretty sure when we get into 99, Sandra Bernard performed.
I think you're right.
But again, I was thinking she did comedy. But they both have music out. So I'm like, triple threat. Triple threat. She said, I'm through with flirting and getting frisky. Got 6 extra kids from drinking whiskey.
That was so good.
That shit sent me
so good.
Sent me flying across the room.
Oh, yeah. She killed it. Absolutely killed it.
That was a fun song. It was playful.
It was fun.
It showcased her vocal range really
Very well.
I'll be curious to see what the rest of her stuff sounds like, if it all kind of has that like kind of jazzy Broadway vibe.
Or if it shifts.
Which I could kind of see.
I could
too.
It
made sense, especially with her voice.
Oh,
it fit
absolutely.
All right. Well, moving along. Okay, next is, the song is called Sway by Bic Runga. Bic Runga is a New Zealand singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist pop artist. Her first 3 studio albums debuted at #1 on the New Zealand Top 40 album charts. Runga has also found success internationally in Australia, Ireland, and the United Kingdom with her 1997 song Sway. Runga was appointed a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit in the 2006 New Year Honors for service to music. She has released 6 studio albums, 2 compilation albums, 2 live albums, with her latest, Red Sunset, due to drop in 2026.
I am excited to see what that 2026 album is all about.
Oh, yeah.
And I love it when artists are still dropping new music. I know we've said this like 3 times, but like new music.
Yeah, some of these ladies starting in the 80s, then making music all through the 90s. We're in the freaking 2020s now.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long time
It is a
to
long
be
time.
continuing to create.
Yeah.
And it's a hard industry to work in. It's not a normal job. It's so funny to me, too, because, like, after working in the industry for so long, and you know me, like, I never really wanted to be famous.
Right.
I just wanted to make art and, like, make music.
Yes.
Which led me to, like, learning about engineering and production and all that. So it's always interesting for me to see artists that really have their bread and butter is from touring.
Yeah.
It's from releasing their records and then touring on those records.
Yeah.
I am not built for the tour life.
Bless you.
I poop too much. I do.
That sucks.
I adore the song. This is one of the songs that I do like the live version better.
Oh, okay.
The one that's on the Lilith Fair compilation.
Oh.
I just feel like the live version is like more slow and chill.
Yeah.
Where this one seemed a little more like produced.
Yeah.
There was drums
Yeah.
and there was this and that. Whereas like the live version, it's just like her and a good acoustic guitar.
Oh, I bet that does sound really pretty in this song.
And it's a little slower. It
Yeah.
feels like it just like, I don't know. I felt like that actually suits the song a little bit better.
Sometimes acoustic sets do.
Well, and that's probably how the song was written.
Probably.
Her and her guitar.
Right.
You know, and then you take it into the studio and you're
they're like,
producing
hey,
it. Let's add
add
drums
this, let's
and
add that,
electric
let's
guitar
make it
and
this.
backups and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
When in reality, that song, just her and the guitar alone, is just like, oh.
Enough.
Did you remember this song?
No, I didn't remember the song, but the album cover seemed familiar to me.
I remembered this song because it was on the American Pie soundtrack.
Oh, I don't think I ever really listened to that soundtrack. I remember the movie.
I was big into soundtracks.
You were.
I had a lot of
you were.
physical CDs of soundtracks. So next on the list is Legend of a Cowgirl by Imani Coppola.
I'm still convinced that we knew somebody who had this CD.
I wouldn't be surprised. Kara asked me when we got together today if I had this CD. And I was like, no, but you recognize this song too?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I do.
I did not have the CD. This was one that I didn't remember like by name.
Yeah, I didn't remember it by name, but I remembered it by sound.
Yes.
And I remembered the album cover and her fun, funky hair. Anyway, so Imani Coppola is an American singer, songwriter, and violinist. Her debut single, Legend of a Cowgirl, reached the top 40 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the UK singles chart in 1997. Her debut album, Chupacabra, released by Columbia Records, was praised by critics and appeared on the US Heat Seekers album chart. In 2001, Coppola appeared as a guest artist on the Baha Men single You All That, which broke the top 10 in Australia and gave Coppola her second entry on the Billboard Hot 100 to date. She released several independently recorded albums in the early 2000s and starred in the musical film The Singing Biologist, for which she wrote the music. Coppola says her songwriting is fused through a pop sensibility. She indicates that her taste in musical influences are diverse, including classical, which she acknowledges can be a problem in the industry that wants its artists to be clearly defined.
Oh, man, what a valid point to make.
Yeah.
Because that's so true.
Yes.
They want you to be definable. And how do you do that when you're an artist that's undefinable? When you're inspired by, and honestly, that's what I wrote in my notes of this song. Such a cool combo of rap, pop, and also somehow country.
Yeah, I noticed that too. In my notes, I'm like, I like the rap like verses and like the sing-songy chorus combination. It's really good.
Like rap on the verses, pop on the chorus, then somehow the fiddle is coming in and doing
Coming
the like
in out of nowhere.
country fiddle licks.
Yeah.
That's interesting to hear her say that. And that is something that I've always struggled with musically too.
I thought that when I was reading that information. That's why I wanted to make sure that went in here.
Yeah. It's hard to do when you're inspired by all different kinds of music and you're in an industry that wants to be able to put you in a box.
Yep.
So that they can market you
In a specific
in
space.
this specific space.
Yep.
But literally, like, it even boils down to who you are.
Right.
And they want to be able to use those things to package you for PR purposes.
Right.
So what happens when you're unwilling to play that game?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why we remembered the song, but we didn't remember the artist.
Oof.
You know?
Yeah.
And it sucks.
That's a hard reality.
That's a hard reality. But if you don't play by those rules,
right.
then
People aren't going to play with you.
exactly. And if you're signed to a major label, then you have to do what they say. If they want
Yeah.
you to write a pop album, you're going to write a pop album. They don't care that you are interested in classical music also.
Right.
So yeah, that's like good for her for being her own unique person. But that's also a bummer that like she didn't go further because this industry does not support people who want to have a unique identity that is not easily contained.
Yeah.
But we love you.
Yeah.
That would be another one that would be fun to get on the show.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
Alrighty. The next song is Something to Talk About by Bonnie Raitt. Bonnie Lynn Raitt, born November 8th, 1949, is an American singer-songwriter. In 1971, Raitt released her self-titled debut album. Following this, she released a series of critically acclaimed roots-influenced albums that incorporated elements of rock, blues, country, and folk. She was also a frequent session player and collaborator with other artists, including Warren Zevon, Little Feat, Jackson Brown, the Pointer Sisters, John Prine, and Leon Russell. As of 2025, Raitt has received 13 competitive Grammy Awards from 31 nominations, as well as a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
She ranked number 50 on Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest singers of all time, and ranked number 89 on the magazine's list of the 100 greatest guitarists of all time. In 2000, Raitt was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She has received the Icon Award from Billboard Women in Music Awards and the Music Hair's Person of the Year Award from the Recording Academy. In 2024, she was a recipient of the Kennedy Center Honor. Dang.
I know.
But also
not surprised.
Not one bit.
What else can you really say?
God, I
know. This song is a legend.
Oh my God.
Period. She is a legend.
Constant chills.
Oh.
Constant.
Yeah.
She really does have one of the greatest voices of all time. Ever.
Yeah.
In existence.
Yes.
And the combo of like her voice and her guitar playing. Because doesn't she play like mostly slide?
I think so.
Or like she's known for playing slide guitar. Oh my God.
I know.
Amazing.
Girl crush.
Perpetual chills. Her voice literally gives me perpetual chills. Do you remember the movie?
Vaguely.
I'm pretty sure I have it on VHS still, but I weirdly watched that movie a lot as a kid with Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
I don't remember who the guy was. Dennis Quaid, maybe?
That sounds...
But it was called Something to Talk About. And when I was doing my research, I found out that the name of the movie came directly from the title of the song.
Oh, not the other way around.
No, not the other way around. They like wrote the title for the movie for that song, and the song is in, I read that there's 2 versions of the song in the movie.
Okay.
Because I think at one point they're like dancing, maybe at like a wedding or something, and somebody else is singing it,
performing it.
And then maybe when the credits roll, it's like Bonnie Raitt's version. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What an icon.
She is truly one of my personal like legend favorites.
Yeah. She's definitely up there for me. Shall we move on?
I think we shall.
Okay. So next on our list, we have Believe by K's Choice.
Ugh.
I know.
They kill me.
Every time. I know.
Kill me.
So if you haven't heard yet, K's Choice is the Belgian rock band we talked about in 1997, Part 3. They did tour with the Indigo Girls, and they had to change their name when they found another act performing in the same name that they had. It's just really good to see them back in 1998.
I know. Well, and it was cool to learn last time in 97 that the lead singer transitioned.
Yes.
Right? So yeah, he publicly came out as trans in 2019 and began using like he, him pronouns. And that was, I think, when he started like undergoing hormone therapy, like testosterone, and like actually starting his transition.
That's so beautiful.
That's tough too, to be transitioning in the spotlight.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Especially when you've already had success as the gender you were born as or whatever, and everybody knows you for that. So like, and even us, when we were reading the notes last time for 97, we were like, wait
a second,
brothers?
Wait a minute,
huh?
Question mark?
Right. So yeah, that's got to be tough for him to have done that in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
I know.
This song was a little more uplifting than the
last one.
But yet somehow still like ripped my heart out.
Yes. I'm really starting to like really, really, really enjoy this band.
Yeah.
And these playlists are really highlighting for me just how much I enjoy this band, actually.
Yep. The quiet part that happens in the middle, like in the bridge of the song, when it gets real quiet and it's almost just like vocals and a quiet little like synth toy piano sound playing in the background.
Right.
And then all of a sudden the song kicks back in like even
Yes.
harder than before.
Yes.
That I thought was really well done.
Yes.
And yet the lyrics for the song are beautiful. They're powerful. It's a very like self-loving song because he's singing about like I believe in myself.
Yep.
But yet somehow it is still rip my fucking heart out. Make me cry.
Well, and maybe an interesting foreshadowing also.
Right. I'm not sure what year this particular song came out. Because I had picked, the first song because it was their like main hit from back in the day. From the 97 playlist.
Okay.
But on this playlist, I really just like listened to a bunch of their music because I also like K's Choice. And picked this song just because I thought it was really like special.
Okay. I mean, it is. You picked a great song.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm not sure where this song lands in their
in that like timeline.
Transition timeline, right? Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, beautifully done. The band rocks. They really have a vibe. Their vibe is like, I'm gonna rip your fucking heart out of your chest.
Yeah. And that just hits my like millennial emo punk ass so hard.
I think it's like his voice too is so powerful.
Very.
Okay, so the next song.
So the next one on our list is Icepick from Cling. I had a really difficult time finding just about any information on. So I think they're like a real indie band. But what I could find was that they're an indie alternative dream pop band that was formed in 1994 in Austin, Texas. They released their first and maybe only album? Question mark?
Okay.
Smitten, self-released in 1996.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty cool accomplishment to like be self-releasing your music, total indie artist, and score up spot on the Lilith Fair circuit.
The Lilith Fair tour? Yeah. I wonder if we dove deep into the Lilith Wikipedia, if we would find that they played in Texas. And maybe they were like one of the village picks.
One of the people
Texas.
That they brought in like from the area that they were doing the show in.
That would make really
sense.
Cool. What I really enjoyed about this song personally is like knowing that the band is from Austin, Texas. Like we talked about it just briefly earlier in the playlist set, but like Austin, Texas is known for being like a music hub.
Right. Yeah. South by
artists.
Southwest.
Yes.
Right.
And oh God, the better part of like 10 years ago or so, I was actually in Austin, Texas, and there's this street. I forget the name of the street. I want to say 8th Street, but I don't think that's right. That's in Holland. But there's this street that's just like full of bar after bar after bar after bar. And they play live music band after live music band featuring local artists. And you can just stroll down the street, popping in hop, hop, hop. And like this song really gave me like the sound of that space. Like it's good. I think it's a good choice for like Austin street music.
I love that. It is true how there are like regional sounds.
Yeah.
That's cool to hear from you, having gone to Austin, Texas, that this was giving that like Austin-y kind of vibe.
For me. I really liked it.
I liked that the song was chill. It had a very chill vibe, but the drums kept it feeling like it was like really driving the song. It felt calm and chill, but not a slow song by any means.
Right.
I wrote that it's giving road trip song vibes.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Something that you would throw on to the playlist that you made for your road trip to head on down to Austin or something like that.
Pun intended.
Literally. And her voice is so soft and delicate.
Yeah.
It's almost like whispery. At no point in that song did she belt, wail. It was
no, it was really even and consistent.
Intentionally gentle.
Yeah.
Which helped aid in that like chill vibe of the song.
Agreed.
I think that like all of those things together
really make it.
Her very chill, whispery voice and the drums really just like pushing everything forward. The combo of that. They definitely were a band that clearly vibed together. They vibed together. They had their sound and like they went with it.
That's so cool.
Very cool. It's time to get out the map and take a stroll down memory lane. So for today's memories, we are going to read some of the messages that we've received on our social media posts where we were asking people if they wanted to share their memories about Lilith Fair with us. First up, we have @Crussy81 says, I attended in 1998 in Massachusetts with my mother. It was her first experience with feminist and queer culture and the start of her journey to being a great parent to 2 queer kids.
Oh,
I know.
It's going to make me cry a little.
So many people went with their mothers.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
so cool. We went with your mom.
We did.
Next, we have @Katie Cat0, who said 97 and 98. I found my ticket stubs a couple years ago along with signed stuff from side stage bands. That's so cool. Signed stuff from Lilith Fair? I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, you know, from the 90s Lilith Fair too. Okay, next. @Silver_Reverie says, I went twice, both in Atlanta in 1998 and 1999. I graduated high school in 98. I was lucky to be a teenage girl in the height of the 90s female singer era.
Oh, that's so special.
Yeah, because we were too young.
Yeah. Next, we have @EgoEsgius, who says, I went with my mom and sister in 1998 at Six Flags, Darien Lake.
Oh.
I would have been 15. Oh. Could you imagine being 15 at Lilith Fair?
No. What an amazing experience to share with your family like that.
Well, and thanks for sharing it with us, too.
Oh, yeah, really. @Shell Jane Paints says, I was at Blossom Music Center in Cuyahoga Falls in 1997 and Polaris Amphitheater in Columbus in 1998. Both shows were incredible.
That's so cool. @RDEF1978 says, 98 in Mansfield, Massachusetts. I don't even remember details of any concerts anymore, though, sad face. Should have been more sober, I guess. LOL. Hey, it happens. The 90s were a tough time.
Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do to get through.
Truly. I get that, though. Like, some of our 20s is
Oof, yeah, little blur.
A little bit of a drunken blur. @Foodie_434 says, we drove like pirates with a MapQuest printout.
Oh, wow.
The Virginia Beach 98 show, we heard the Indigo Girls, Erykah Badu, Missy Elliott, Jewel, Natalie Merchant on her swing. Then finally Sarah, and the sound her songs made blew you away. We showered at the beach showers outside and slept in the bed of the truck. It was wild, but we made it. Neither of us, me nor my bestie, had a cell phone. We just...
Oh, wow.
We just went with 3 sheets of paper and tickets. It was a very safe place. Basically, if you didn't get to see it, the 98 show especially, you'll never get that kind of lineup again. But also freaking Sarah McLachlan. If you never got to see her live, then good luck to us all seeing that again. Maybe one day she'll grace us.
Oh, wow.
That's a really cool story.
That's a good story.
Sleeping in the back of the truck, showering at the local
at the
beach
lake.
showers.
Oh, wow. And last but not least, we have at Mary Ann K79, who says, I was lucky enough to go 97, 98, and 99.
Lucky shit.
All in Phoenix, Arizona. I was a baby lesbian living my best life. Heart face. I couldn't think of anything better for a baby lesbian than Lilith Fair.
Well, and like the other person said too, it was such a safe environment where you could be a baby lesbian and be safe.
Absolutely.
And be loved and surrounded with good kindness and friendship and awesomeness. Next song up is Running on Empty by Fontaine. Charleston-based singer-songwriter Fontaine, now under the artist name Saint Joan, has previously shared a stage with Paula Cole, performed Lilith Fair, and provided backup vocals for Rob Zombie.
What?
On his Past, Present, Future collection. Long Way Home, off her debut album, The Chemistry Between Us, was featured in the film All In, and Running on Empty was featured in a recent episode of Justified.
Oh.
Her songs have also appeared in True Blood, Agents of the Shield, and the indie film The Ghost and the Whale.
How did you feel about this song?
Okay. This song gave me images.
Okay.
This song gave me lonesome cowgirl.
Okay.
Riding through the pastures with a broken heart, but still has to keep going.
Yeah.
Still has to
I see those
maintain.
images in the song.
Something about it.
Yeah. The vocals in this song for me were like really haunty. They were giving that like 90s haunty vibe. The song was very heartbreaking though, so I 100% agree. And the guitar, the vocal guitar combo, yeah, I could see haunted cowgirl.
I also appreciated, and I know that I've said this before about some other songs, so maybe it's like just my preference, but I really appreciated the light touch with the production.
Yeah.
Whoever produced this song, they didn't heavy hand production.
Right.
They just really let the song breathe, and everything that they added made it shimmer.
Right.
And wasn't like weighing anything down. The song to me, I wrote, was very shimmery because of the light touch and production.
That's a really interesting take. I don't disagree with any of it. The production on the song was beautiful. And I would even argue that like you're hearing that in a production space. Like, you know, from your own music what it's like to be overproduced. So they did a good job with this one.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was beautiful. Definitely cowgirl vibes. Wild West horse riding kind of vibes. I was a horse girl too. By the
I
way,
know.
so.
Oh, well, I know that. They might. Our audience might not know that.
I was a horse
Sometimes
girl.
I forget we're not just you and I sitting here talking. That people of the world are hearing us too.
Of the world.
So next on our list, we have Life in Mono by the artist Mono. Mono was a British electronic music duo which had a hit in the late 1990s with their song Life in Mono. The group's music is often described as trip hop.
I could totally see that.
Audible and frequently cited influences in Mono songs include jazzy instrumentation reminiscent of 1960s spy film soundtracks and production styles rooted in 1960s pop music. We have a theme.
I can't wait to get to my notes. Keep going.
Formed in late 1996 in London, consisted of singer Shobin Damar and Martin Virgo on keyboards, synthesizer, programming, and production. Virgo trained in classical piano at the Guildhall School of Music and Drama and has been working as a session musician since the early 1990s as part of the production team of Nelly Hooper, which led to credits on a remix of Massive Attack's Unfinished Sympathy and Bjork's 1993 album debut.
Wow.
Yeah. Comes from a family with several generations of history in entertainment. Her father was Tony Meehan, drummer for The Shadows. Her grandfather was one of the gongmen, and her grandmother was a dancer who worked with Shirley Bassey. She had been working as a session singer for hip hop and R&B musicians, as well as writing and touring.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really freaking cool.
The notes crack me up because literally I wrote, this song is also giving Bond universe.
Ooh, okay.
This song was like, could totally fit into, if the Neneh Cherry song was like Juliet Bond's theme, then this, Life in Mono, is the villain theme.
Ooh, okay. I could totally see that. Is it an organ that comes in this song?
I'm not sure.
Whatever it is, it's beautiful. Like the smash of like classical undertone meets like house techno. Oh, this song.
Well, and
this had me up.
That's a staple in trip hop music. Using instrumentation that might lend its hand more towards like think of Bjork. All of the like classical instrument chops and samples and shit that's used in those. A lot of those trip hop artists were sampling from old ass vinyls that they were finding, pulling sick ass samples off from, and then like building their songs from that. And I went through a huge trip hop phase back in the day.
Oh, okay.
So this was a song that I remembered.
Oh, okay.
I have 100% have heard this song.
Oh, I loved this. This was great.
It was like beautiful and calming, but also had these crazy ass, like the micro beats going on.
Yeah.
Towards the ending.
Really good compilation.
Yeah, that combination of her soothing voice with the micro beats kind of fluttering around in the background.
Yeah.
It was really interesting. The whole arrangement for the song was real interesting.
Yes. A good selection for the playlist.
Next up is Little Black Girl by Rebekah. Rebekah Johnson, also credited as Rebekah and Rebekah Jordan, is an American singer-songwriter and actress from Ohio. She wrote the song Beautiful Disaster for Kelly Clarkson. Her own music is a mix of pop, jazz, soul, and Americana. She composes on both piano and guitar. In 1998, Johnson recorded Remember to Breathe for Elektra. The radio singles were Sin So Well, which hit number 80 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart, and Hey Genius. Johnson sought and was eventually granted a release from the label due to creative differences. She then signed with Clive Davis's J Records, but did not complete an album, and after 3 years requested a release from them as well. She's released 5 albums, her latest being Asphalt Heart from 2015.
Wow. To have your music hijacked like that?
Well, and also to have the balls to be like, just let me
go.
Let me go from this contract.
Yeah.
This ain't working.
That's really intense.
I know. That is intense. And twice.
Yeah.
Not even just like
once,
one time. That was twice that she was like,
ooh,
I don't know about this label. I'm going to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
This song is another one of those brutal ass songs.
Yeah. This song is one of my favorites on this playlist. And I think that is deeply because of the themes in this song. This whole song is about Black girl representation and it not existing.
Right.
And like the artist never having had that to look at.
Positive role models.
Yeah. Like
Right.
everything you see is, you know,
the woman on the news
with
and
the
her
curly
curlers,
hair. Yeah.
and with her curlers in and her night dress.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it broke my heart.
It broke my heart too.
But what an important piece of music to make.
In that space, this song is one of those songs I wish never had to be written.
Right.
Like, I'm glad that it was written. It's a beautiful piece, but I wish that this song never had to be written. I wish that this artist, Rebekah, didn't have to feel that way.
Yeah.
And it's sad because we live in a society that treats Black women like shit.
Yep.
And little Black girls do deserve to grow up in a world that's kinder to them and that like is encouraging to them and telling them, you can be whatever you want to be. You can succeed. You can be great. You can be grand.
Yep.
We need to do better as a society to uplift Black women.
Absolutely.
And that's why I don't want to get too high on my soapbox or whatever, but that's why DEI programs are so important because communities like Black women have been systematically left behind.
Yep.
They haven't been shown the same role models.
No, they haven't. Not at all.
They haven't been shown that the same opportunities exist for them that exist for little white boys.
Right.
Also, this song is a song that I haven't said this yet, that I like the studio version better than the live version.
Oh,
I think because
opposite.
The live version was like her and a guitar.
Okay.
But this version is her and a harp.
That's the string instrument. Okay.
Which, side note, the harp in the song was played by a musician named Amy Kent. So double.
Okay.
This song is like two, just literally this whole song is just two women.
Wow.
One on harp, one singing.
Yeah, that harp is gorgeous.
Just the two of them being together, very quiet, very intimate. Mm-hmm. That was so important in getting the song's meaning across.
Yeah. Well, let us step down from our soapbox and move on to the next song.
Okay.
Next on our list, we have Pensacola by Joan Osborne. Joan Osborne is an 8-time Grammy nominee and multi-platinum selling recording artist. A native from Kentucky, she moved to New York City to attend the NYU Film School, but dropped out after becoming involved in New York's downtown music scene. Her 1995 album Relish was a critically and commercially successful album and spawned her international hit single and video, What If God Was One of Us.
Oh.
That's a good song, too.
Oh, my God. That album, Relish, is one of my favorite albums of all time. That's just
I could see that.
Every song on that
is
album
a
is
song.
a good song.
Yeah.
Speaking of songs, this song, is that technically yodeling?
You know, I think there's an argument there.
Yeah.
So when
Sorry to yodel in your ears.
I think you nailed it. That was a good yodel.
Thank you.
When I was listening through the playlist, I was like, doing some laundry in my house and like doing this and doing a little of that. And the previous song had ended and this next song had come on. And before I could even look at my, playlist to see who I heard, what did I write down? Knew immediately without looking at my phone, this was Joan Osborne. What a gorgeous howl.
Period.
I called it a howl, but like a yodel is much more. It's like a mix between
yodel hollow.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of mix between, what I wrote is that Joan Osborne, especially this album in particular, is a mix between Appalachia meets 90s.
Ooh. That is a really good descriptor.
That's like her vibe on this record. That yodel. That and in, I can't remember which song it is. It might be What If God Was One of Us, where she has a clip from an old Appalachian singer.
I think it is that song at the beginning where it's like,
one of these nights and about 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I remember.
Things will heaven and cry for paint, for the Lord's gonna come in his heaven airplane.
Yes. Yes. Oh my.
This song has one of my favorite lines of poetry ever in any song.
Oh.
The line is, he said I sold my blood for money. There wasn't any pain. but I just can't stand the feeling it's in someone else's vein.
Ooh.
God, even just me saying that gave me chills. Like, that is really like poetry.
Ooh, yeah, that made my nips hard.
2 tits up.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Everything about Joan Osborne is amazing. She's going on tour pretty soon. Doing
early
like
26.
What was it? A Bob Dylan tribute tour?
I think so.
Which
All I know is like we're going.
Period. It's right before your birthday too. So
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, it is. I know what we're doing.
Birthday present. All right, let's move on. Next on the list is All I Want by Abra Moore. Abra Moore, born June 8th, 1969, is an American folk-styled rock singer-songwriter. Strangest Places is the second album by the singer-songwriter released in 1997 by Arista Records, which garnered a nomination for Grammy Award for the single 4-Leaf Clover, which is pretty cool. Like, I didn't realize that she'd been nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah, I didn't either. That is really cool.
So she was on 97. And she was one of the people who I couldn't really find that much information on. And I didn't I remember commenting that she wasn't active on social media.
Okay.
But when we were deep diving this time, I checked Facebook.
Okay.
And she does appear to be active on Facebook. And what I noticed is that she's been doing a lot of work with her old band, Poi Dog Pondering.
Oh.
Because she started that band forever ago.
Right.
They had a run and then she shifted into her solo career.
Stuff.
And then now it seems like she's
shifted back.
Yeah, she's doing a bunch of work with them.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense as to why we couldn't find information about her necessarily.
Right, because the music that she's doing right now is with the Poi Dog Pondering, not her solo stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw a post that was them doing a show. And I'm like, is that
Wait a minute. Yeah.
It was. And I read the comment.
Well, I'll be damned.
It was. I'm like, okay, so she is still active. I take back what we said.
Okay.
She just isn't on Instagram. She's not on TikTok. She's only seems to be on Facebook.
Hey, that's okay. Aw.
Yeah.
Look at us correcting ourselves.
Well,
we should.
As we should. She deserves her flowers. I really like her voice. I like her voice and I like her vibe.
I do too. She gives me a vocally softer Alanis Morissette.
I could see that. I wrote, she's rocking, but laid back, sexy, cool.
Yeah.
So that goes along with what you just
100%. Because she is rocking, but
her 90s, delivery.
Yeah. 90s Alanis is really edgy and hard, where this song is softer than that.
It is a little soft. It's her delivery of it. Her vocal delivery style is
beautiful.
Laid back, but it's still
bam.
Right.
So next on our list, we have Stay by Meshell and Ndegeocello. Meshell is an unassuming colossus whose body of work extends far beyond the early hits and virtuistic bass playing with which she is most associated. If That's Your Boyfriend, He Wasn't Last Night, her taunting and funky breakout single immediately set her apart as an instrumentalist, vocalist, and songwriter and producer.
Oh, wow.
That's impressive.
Hell yeah.
Less than a year after the song entered Billboard's R&B, hip-hop, dance, and pop charts, Ndegeocello was nominated for 4 Grammys, including Best R&B Album for Platinum Lullabies in 1993 and Best Vocal Collaboration with Wild Night.
Oh, the song with John Cougar Mellencamp?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ndegeocello has remained impossible to typecast ever since. Her newest project, No More Water, The Gospel of James Baldwin, dropped in 2024.
Still putting out music.
Yeah.
This was the brain worm for me this
week. Was it?
Just be randomly walk through the house and be like, stay.
Well, I could see why, though. This is
stay.
This gave me like baby making music.
Stay.
Like it belongs on the sex playlist.
100%.
Such a smooth song.
100%. The second the song starts playing, and any musician listening to this will get it, instant stank face. You know what stank face is, right?
Yeah.
Like when just music is so funky or just so good and you just make that like kind of face. Yeah. I didn't put two and two together until I was like fully doing the notes, because like at first I'm like, wow, the bass parts on this are fresh as fuck.
Yeah.
But then I remembered, oh yeah, duh, as I'm going through this,
Right.
she's a bass player.
Right. Of course they're smooth.
Of course her bass parts are sick
Yeah.
as fuck. That's her instrument.
Right.
She's a bass player.
Right.
Her songs just have these crazy ass bass lines going
Love
through
that.
them with her voice. Yeah, stuck in my head. The bridge though was so interesting and unexpected. That instrumental bridge that kicked in for a minute.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that either.
And then like all of a sudden it slammed back into the funk. Stay.
Stay.
Like me to the
Love
dogs. Stay. Like,
Oh, I told you to stay.
for real. Yeah, nailed it. She's one I need to check more into also.
Yeah.
Because I really like that song she did with John Cougar
Me
Mellencamp.
too.
That was a classic.
Yeah.
That
and I
song
feel
was
like
everywhere.
it was. And I feel like every time you hear it now, you're like, oh yeah, that song was so good.
Yep. Okay, so next up is There She Goes Again by Sixpence None the Richer. Sixpence None the Richer began in New Braunfels, Texas, when guitarist Matt Slocum met vocalist Lee Nash at a church retreat in the early 90s. Their debut LP, The Fatherless and the Widow, appeared in 1993 and was followed by their Dove Award-winning sophomore effort, 1995's This Beautiful Mess. After the success of that album, Tickets for a Prayer Wheel, featuring B-sides, original compositions, and cover songs, was released in 1996. Signing to the small indie label Squint Entertainment in 1997, the band released their self-titled album featuring the hit single Kiss Me, universally adored and responsible for catapulting the band into worldwide mainstream success. The song has been and continues to be featured in countless movies, TV shows, soundtracks, and commercials. Their newest album dropped this year, and it's called Live at Gruen Hall.
Ooh, new album.
I didn't realize that they'd put out a bunch of music before that record that
That blew
blew
up.
up. You know,
I guess I didn't realize that either.
right, because we'd never heard of them before, but then that song Kiss Me came out.
Oh,
and
and they were everywhere.
was everywhere. They really did blow up. And this song too, There She Goes Again. This song was like in every frickin' thing.
It was.
I remember it mostly from the movie Snow Day.
Oh.
Do you remember that movie?
Vaguely. I feel like I say that a lot about movies of our time, but for people outside of our friendship, I never had cable growing up.
Right.
So a lot of our like mainstream nostalgic shows.
Well, right. When I brought up Pete and Pete, the
Yeah.
last episode, I think when we were talking about Luscious Jackson, I knew not to be like, didn't you ever watch Pete and Pete?
But you knew.
I knew.
You knew.
It's like so cute, so fun, so poppy, but still also seamlessly fit into the 90s alt scene, like zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Because it is definitely a pop song.
Definitely a pop song. Yes.
But also, that song was played on alternative music radio.
Yes.
That song was
Everywhere.
everywhere, both of them.
Yeah.
Kiss Me and this one. There She Goes Again. I really enjoyed the string part that comes in at the bridge. I don't think it's in there super long.
Sure.
But it just kind of like makes this appearance.
Yeah.
And I feel like it adds so much like richness, lushness to the arrangement. And then like when the strings chill out, the guitar player starts going ham. And they're really talented.
They are really talented. They have a really nice sound.
Yeah, they're one of those bands that like I always felt deserved the credit that they got.
I agree.
Because they had the talent to back up what they were doing.
Yeah. This one was a fun piece of nostalgia.
Yes, total 90s song.
So next on our list, we have Allergic Boy by Victoria Williams. Victoria Williams, born in 1958, is an American singer-songwriter and musician originally from Shreveport, Louisiana. Diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in the early 1990s, Williams was the catalyst for the Sweet Relief Musicians Fund. Her last solo record of new material was Sing Some of Old Songs in 2002, but has steadily and consistently been busy collaborating with other artists through the years.
And she's one that we have already talked about. She was on the 97 playlist. Like her story just as an artist, really heartbreaking. Being at the top of your game.
Oh, yeah.
Touring with Neil Young and like all this other shit. And then like all of a sudden your hands stop working. You can't play your guitar.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine.
I know. And then for this song, any song that features a bass clarinet will have a place in my heart. I play the bass clarinet for reference. Like that's why I'm saying that. But when I was listening to it and like bass clarinet is one of those instruments that you don't often hear in the foreground.
Right.
It's usually used to like fill in a space like in the background.
Right. They just kind of blends in.
Yeah. So to hear this song I thought was interesting, where an instrument that isn't typically a prominently used instrument was almost the lead second to her voice.
Right.
I mean, the bass player is killing it on this track.
Yeah, nailed it on this track.
And I feel like maybe it is the bass part to me, and or maybe it's also could be like the unique tonal arrangement of the piece. But you can really hear the jazz influence on Victoria in this song.
I agree.
I would almost classify this song as a jazz song.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Okay.
I mean, it's obviously folky.
Sure.
And that's kind of her vibe, Americana, folk. But yeah, I also feel like that if I were to just hear the song, not hear any of her other music, I would say this is a jazz artist.
I could see that with this song. In my notes for this song, her vocals are so very unique.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
There's no comparison point there. Not generally, I feel like my personal music taste, but I really appreciated the song being on the playlist. And in the bigger space of just like, you know, Lilith Fair as a whole, highlighting the span of different artists, different music, different sounds,
different voices.
Like, it really was all inclusive.
Right.
And I love that these playlists are highlighting that.
Right.
I just think that's really cool.
At the end of the song, and knowing her story, her kind of, you know, I don't want to say life story, but like, you know, her story of her past and stuff. She says at the end of the song, I wish I had a piece of that pie.
Wow.
And it really broke my heart to hear her say that.
That's sad.
And the song does kind of have like a bit of a sad undertone.
It does have a very sad undertone.
But yeah, I hope that she's doing well.
Me too.
Because multiple sclerosis is a wicked, wicked disease. All right, well, let's move right along. Here we have Snow on the Sahara by Anggun. Anggun is an Indonesian pop princess who later moved to Europe to conquer the Western charts as well. Anggun was born in Jakarta and listened to native Javanese music as well as rock icons like Elvis Presley. She began performing at the age of 7 and recorded her first album just 2 years later.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. By the time Anggun was 17, she had become the most popular artist in the country during the early 90s.
Wow.
Not satisfied with her success there, she moved to London and later Paris to begin recording for a breakthrough into the European charts. The Solstice recorded the album Snow on the Sahara for a 1998 release on Epic Records. The album was influenced by the ethno dance and adult contemporary female singer-songwriter pop. And though it was only a minor success, the title track single gave her what would be her biggest ever international hit, charting in 8 countries. It went to number 1 in Italy and hit number 22 on the US Billboard charts. The album was also released both in a French version and in an Indonesian version, establishing a pattern that would be replicated with all her subsequent albums.
Wow.
Yeah, so that means every album that she put out since then, she's released 3 versions of those albums, one in English, one in French, one in Indonesian. Like that's
wow.
That's crazy. So each of your albums has 3 different versions of it.
And you released your first album when you were 9?
9.
That's putting all of us to everybody to shame.
Well, I mean, she was top of her game in her home country at, what did it say? At 17. Another perfect example of that Zen 90s vibe.
Yeah.
I wrote in my notes, this is definitely something you'd hear on the Pure Moods commercial. Do you remember those?
Yes, I do.
You remember those commercials?
Yep. Oh my.
You'd fall asleep on the couch and wake up at like 3 a.m. to
the infomercial.
Pure Moods featuring hits from Yanni.
Oh my gosh, Yanni.
And Anggun.
Yes. Yes. Yes, though. I did think that this song was beautifully written. The lyrics are really, really positive. To me, it was about like being someone's support person and like being there for them no matter how shitty things get. And like being that space to be like, I can prove to you that the world is better than you think it is. And I thought that was just really precious.
That's you for me.
Aww, I love you, best friend.
I dedicate the song Snow on the Sahara by Anggun to you. I'll call the Delilah line.
Please. You know, she's still on the radio.
I do. And I just looked up how to submit songs to Delilah.
Oh, yes.
So
could we get a Delilah shout out?
Oh, my God. What if we could get Delilah on?
Brittany?
What if we could get Delilah?
That would literally be the coolest thing ever.
Oh, my gosh.
Could you I don't even want to speculate.
This song was a Delilah vibe song.
Oh, yes.
It's got that adult contemporary thing. It's got that like the 90s Zen vibe thing that happened. I really liked her voice too.
Oh, her voice is beautiful.
Like I feel like her voice was what made the song, because if her voice was a different voice, I feel like this could be a song that could just like be lost to the sands of time of that Zen thing that happened in the 90s. But because her voice is so powerful and so beautiful, it's able to still translate and come across not dated now.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It does to me anyway.
Okay, sometimes I say things and I'm not sure if it made sense outside of my mouth.
No, I get that.
Wow, now we're at the end?
We're at the end. Last song.
Last song.
All right. So our last song for tonight is Say Goodnight by Love Riot. Love Riot is an original indie rock band based in Baltimore, Maryland. Lisa Matthews on vocals, guitar, and Michael Giel on backing vocals and guitar started the group in 1993. Releasing a now obscure self-titled, self-produced cassette. They were joined by Mark Ivanko on bass, Willem Elsveneer on violin.
Ooh.
Young Ron Campbell backing vocals and drums. Joined the band in 1996. They released 4 critically acclaimed albums before going on hiatus in 2000 due to Lisa becoming pregnant.
Aww.
I know, babies. Now, Love Riot is back after 26 years with a new album, Better Now, set for early 2026 release.
Oh.
That's exciting.
How cool to be a part of a band. From 93, they made their first single.
Yeah, single.
No, that's a word.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I didn't just pull that out of my ass. That is the thing.
Learn something new every day.
So to start at 93 to, what did it say, 2000. So that's, 7 years working in the industry, doing shows, jamming with your band.
Right.
Then you get knocked up. You having a baby. It's time
You
to
raise a baby.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to get off the road. You raise your baby. And then 26 years later,
Get right back to it.
the band is like,
Back together.
let's make a new album,
so
you guys.
So cool. I thought this song was a great way to end this week's playlist.
Thank you.
Good job.
The line in this, stuck here with the boy who became my curse.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. This song very much gave me like breakup vibes, like fuck this shit, I'm out vibe.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. I also wasn't expecting the like dramatic shift, like switch up that happens in the chorus.
Oh, yeah. That took me by surprise, too.
Because it's like the verse is kind of doing this one thing, and then the chorus comes in and it's like totally doing something else, kind of. And then I think because of that, like that switch up that happens, they kind of reminded me of like a jam band vibes.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
I wouldn't compare them to like Fish. But
Sure.
that like genre of music, that like jam band kind of vibe, like that is the category that I would put this band in.
That's really cool.
At some point, like some strings come in.
Yeah.
I really liked that also.
I'm a sucker for strings.
I know, me too.
Every time.
I feel like I've said that so
me
many
too.
times. Like, oh, the strings came in.
the
They were
harp,
so lovely.
the mandolin, the guitar. Yeah. Strings are my preference.
But that was a nice addition to the production of this track. And I'm really excited to hear what they come out with.
In 26,
In
me too.
2026.
Me too.
I will be putting that on my radar.
Yeah.
And that was the last song. So in the words of Love Riot, it's time to say goodnight.
We just want to thank everybody for listening with us this week.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. And don't forget, you can check us out on Instagram at Mapping Out the Music, on TikTok. We just want to say thank you to everybody who popped in with your memories for this week's episode. Thank you so much for commenting on our social media. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, that was cool because not everybody sent in voice memos or wanted their voice featured on an episode, but they still wanted to share a piece of their experience.
Yeah, and we just thought that'd be a cool way to highlight some of those stories too.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for sending in those memories. And also, if you have any memories of your time at Lilith Fair that you would like to share with us, please send us a voice memo to our email that's in the show notes. For now, I suppose we say goodnight.
See you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
For today's charity spotlight, we'd like to introduce the Trans Latina Coalition, empowering two-spirit, trans, gender-expansive, and intersex communities for 16 years. At the Trans Latina Coalition, they believe every TGI Latina deserves safety, dignity, and opportunity. Through comprehensive support, fearless advocacy, and dynamic leadership programs, they're building a future where our community not only survives, but thrives. Their comprehensive programs aim to empower, uplift, and advocate for the well-being of our community, including economic and workplace development, HIV prevention and testing, leadership development, legal services, policy and advocacy change, violence prevention, and the Trans Latina Coalition's Hope House, which serves as vital refuge for transgender, gender-expansive, and intersex individuals facing homelessness. They support TGI individuals transitioning out of jails, prisons, and immigration detention centers with case management, food, transportation, rental assistance, and referrals to essential services. You can find them at www.translatinacoalition.org. And for more information and links to donate, please check out our show notes.